Nikki here, coming at you live inside the art of building a successful massage practice. I am a massage therapist in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I am a graduate of Rock Your Massage Practice, which is the 8-week business coaching program run by Rebecca Diazevedo and her team of experts. And this is my cat, Marla. Today, I just wanted to pop in quickly and talk about something that I think is really important, and that's opportunity cost. Oh, but first, if you're watching live, please comment below. Let me know where you're from and what you like most about where you live. So I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and my favorite aspect of my city is the diversity. Toronto is hailed as one of the most multicultural cities in the world, and I really value and appreciate that. So let me know where you're from. What's your favorite part about the city or the town where you're from? And if you're watching the replay, just write #replay. And also tell me where you're from, because it's fun meeting people from all around the world. Anyway, so today I want to talk about the biggest cost of running your business. So a few weeks ago, somebody posted in this group a really intriguing question, and she said, what are some upfront costs of starting your own business that people may not think of? And I just think that this is such a wonderful question, because she's trying to think outside the box, and it sounds like she's starting her own business, but she wants to know what were some costs that maybe you didn't consider, and then it came as a surprise and you realized, oops, this is really expensive. And I think that's really important to consider when you're opening a practice. You know, you don't want there to be any surprises. So I love this question. It got some really great answers. Some people said things like, business licenses, legal fees, insurance, laundry can really add up. And then, of course, you've got taxes. If you're accustomed to being an employee, then you may be in for an unpleasant surprise come tax time if this is your first time being self-employed. So that's a big one. But my answer was that out of all of these fabulous answers, none of them are as expensive as this sneaky hidden cost, and that is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is a term that I learned way back in the day when I was in university in Economics 101. And it's basically the difference between what you could be earning, or what you are earning, and what you could be earning. That difference is the opportunity cost. So classic example, Pearl Jam is on tour right now, and I'm actually seeing them tonight here in Toronto. And I spent about $300 on this pair of tickets. So let's say I decide to sell those tickets. I actually did. I was supposed to see Pearl Jam 2 days ago, and I sold those tickets. So I think it's a really good example. So let's say I decide to sell the tickets because I can't make it, I'm sick, or something comes up or whatever. I can't go to the concert. I decide to sell these tickets. So I paid $300. I'm just happy to get my money back. I just want to sell off the tickets. So I find somebody who wants to buy these tickets, and they're willing to pay me $300. And I think, great, I get my money back. It's great. I'm going to sell these for $300. I list them for $300. I make the sale. Everybody's happy, right? But what I don't know, potentially, let's say Pearl Jam is breaking up. They're not breaking up. Anybody who's a Pearl Jam fan, don't worry about that. But let's say they're breaking up. Let's say this is their final tour. Let's say this is the final night of their final tour. Let's say that the show is completely sold out, and the people who are buying the tickets from me, Pearl Jam is their all-time favorite band, and for whatever reason they couldn't get tickets, and the show is happening on their birthday. So this person who's buying the tickets from me, they might be willing to spend $1,000 on that pair of tickets. I'm selling them for $300. So if I sell them for $300, I might be happy enough with the $300. I just sold them for what I paid. But what I don't know is that that person would have spent $1,000. So I sold the tickets for $300. They would have gladly spent $1,000. The opportunity cost there is $700. That's the money that I'm missing out on, that I didn't realize because I didn't know how much they were willing to pay, and I didn't really recognize the value of these tickets. Now, I'm not saying go and scalp tickets and make a profit. I actually sold my tickets the other day for face value because I didn't want to make a profit, but I know full well that I could have made more money. And so this happens every day with massage therapists. The difference for most of us, for most of you, between what you are actually earning and what you could be earning is massive. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to undervalue yourself. So essentially, opportunity cost it's the price of the money that you could be earning, but you aren't currently earning for any number of reasons. It's the difference between your actual income and your earning potential, which I really think most of you are underestimating. And it's massive. It's a vast chasm for most massage therapists. And we're on a mission to change that here in this group. So the opportunity cost is basically all the money you're leaving on the table. Pun intended, massage table. And for many of you, that's tens of thousands of dollars every single year. And that really adds up, and that can make a huge difference for a lot of you. So opportunity cost in your business can present itself in many different forms. That could be in the form of undercharging is a big one. Definitely undervaluing your services, not crunching the numbers, not doing the math. Having empty spots on your calendar. So let's say you have room for 5 appointments in a day, but you're only consistently booking 3. Those 2 spots, that's an opportunity cost because you could be making the amount of 2 more massages, but you're not because you're not consistently fully booked. That's a problem too. Not learning sales and marketing, that's a huge one. Guys, sales and marketing, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people and it doesn't come naturally to most of us, but it is a skill that can be learned. And once you get really good at it, your bank account will show you the difference. Not perfecting your rebooking skills. So maybe you run a Groupon, or maybe you're really good at getting people in for the first time, but if you can't get them back on the calendar and they haven't rebooked by the time they've walked out the door, then that's also an opportunity cost. You're missing out on that repeat business, and then you're constantly having to run around trying to gather new business when really what you could be doing is rebooking the people who are already coming to you. So there's an opportunity cost. Oh, this is a big one. Not charging for cancellations. Guys, sit down and do the math of how many times people cancel on you on short notice and you don't charge them because you have a bleeding heart, because they had a good reason, or it was their first time, or their kid got sick, or you feel bad, or Rebecca has all kinds of videos about cancellations and honoring your boundaries. And just having respect and attracting people who respect and value your time. So if you don't charge for cancellations, over many years in your business, that can add up to thousands, possibly even tens of thousands of dollars in missed income because you're not honoring yourself, you're not upholding your boundaries. And I know most of you aren't charging for cancellations. Well, that's got to change. That's a huge opportunity cost. Working with the wrong clients too. You can't be all things to all people. Rebecca talks about finding a niche all the time. It's very important. And if you're working with the wrong people, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get resentful. You're going to wear down your body. You're not going to look forward to working. And you're not going to be helping the people who actually need your help. And so there's an opportunity cost there. When you're not targeting the right people and you're not talking to the right people, you're both missing out. Those clients are already looking for you and you're not finding them because maybe you just haven't developed the skills of finding the right people and talking to them. So that's a big opportunity cost, just working with the wrong people. And then they don't come back and they're not super pleased. And then you get mediocre reviews and you don't like your job. And it's just, you don't want to work with the wrong people. You want to figure out who your people are and go and find them. And they're more likely to rebook because it's going to be a better fit. Going over time on appointments. A lot of you have problems with this. Oh, I just gave them an extra 10 minutes because they needed the work, or, oh, they had a really bad day, so I just gave them an extra 15 minutes, or, well, I have this one client who consistently shows up 10 minutes late, but, traffic's really bad in the city, so I just always give them the full time. If you actually, again, add up every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, those little pieces of time that you go over time here and there, that comes out of your bottom line. I will give people an extra 30 minutes if they want, but they're paying for it. And if you show up late, we still end on time and you're paying me in full. I'm not going over time for you. It might sound cruel, but it's out of respect for my time and acting in integrity. So when you really add up all of those extra minutes that you're giving without charging for it, that's an opportunity cost, because 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, before you know it, you've done say you go an extra 20 minutes every time after 3 massages, that's another full hour massage. That's another $100, $150, whatever you're charging. So that adds up. That's a huge opportunity cost going over time. Stop doing that, guys. Lacking confidence in your skills. If you're not confident in your hands-on skills or your marketing skills or your communication skills or rebooking skills, there's going to be an opportunity cost there, because you need to be able to communicate effectively in order to talk to the right people and get them wanting to come back to you. So there's an opportunity cost in not perfecting those skills. Not managing your money mindset. This one is huge and it's rampant. I have heard so many stories. I feel like massage therapists are always arguing against themselves. They're always giving reasons why they shouldn't be earning good money. You know, like, well, I can't charge a lot because we're in a pandemic, and I can't raise my rates because everybody's struggling and gas is so expensive and people really need the help and people can't afford massage, and a Massage Envy opened up across the street, so I can't charge more than them, or I don't have enough experience, or I don't have enough modalities, or so many reasons why we undervalue ourselves, and it's nonsense. And if you really get a hold on your money mindset and you manage your relationship with money, the sky's the limit. You can earn more money than you ever imagined, I promise you. Opportunity cost can present itself in the form of avoiding sound financial investments for the sake of cutting costs. So this is also something that I see that is rampant, is if you go through any of these massage therapy Facebook groups, you will see time and time again, massage therapists will say, what's the best DIY website platform? What is, can anybody recommend a web designer who's affordable? Can anybody recommend, an affordable accountant? What's the cheapest online booking software? Or I want online booking software that's free. You see where I'm going? When you are constantly looking for something that's free or something that's cheap, you're not going to get the best quality a lot. And when you're not willing to invest in your business, in building it the right way, and in using high quality sources, you're not going to be able to have a thriving, financially profitable business. If you're using stock massage photos and a DIY website, that's not going to be as effective and impressive as professional web design with professional photography. And yeah, those are expensive, but they're investments because you get a huge return. Your website is your 24/7 salesperson. And so you don't want to chintz out on that, right? You don't want to go cheap on that. You want something that looks expensive and well done and professional, because people are going to be impressed with that and they're going to want to come book with you. So a lot of people they try to get the cheapest everything. I want the cheapest sheets and the cheapest oil and the cheapest booking software, and just everything's the cheapest. And then you wonder why you're attracting cheapskates. If you are constantly looking for a deal and looking for what's affordable, which is a completely subjective term, like attracts like. You're going to attract clients who are asking for discounts and complaining about prices. So pay attention to that. Anyway, those are just some of the examples of opportunity costs, places where you're not reaching your earning potential. And the good news is that all of this is completely avoidable. And ultimately, opportunity cost is just the cost of trying to run a business without learning how to run a business. And I don't recommend doing that. Nothing is more expensive than the DIY route. The do-it-yourself route, it takes years of trial and error, immense heartache, and costly mistakes. No thank you to all of that. Somebody recently asked me how I made it through the initial struggle of my first year of business. And my answer was, I didn't struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hustled. I worked hard, but I didn't struggle. I went to massage therapy school to learn how to become a massage therapist. And then when I was ready to open my private practice, I hired a business coach to learn how to properly run a business. To me, it was just the logical next step. I joined Rock Your Massage Practice Academy 6 weeks after opening my private home practice. And after 2 months of working with Rebecca Diaz-Avedo, I tripled my business. I now make 6 figures working part-time. I am perpetually on vacation. I think I've already had like 8 or 9 weeks of vacation this year, and I've got a couple more weeks coming up. I went to a cottage last weekend. I'm going to a different cottage this weekend. I'm taking a week off at the end of the month for my birthday. I did the math. I'm only working 7 days this month. Ridiculous. But I can afford to because I work with a business coach, because I did it right from the get-go. So if you want to see how you can earn more money in less time while working with your ideal clients, I cannot recommend highly enough Rocky Massage Practice Academy. There are loads of free videos in this group. Watch Rebecca's videos, get a sense of her style, her personality, and if that resonates with you, book a discovery call. It's free. The call is free. You have literally nothing to lose except for an hour of your time, and you will gain so much clarity on that call. I promise you. Book your free discovery call at rockymassagepractice.com/application. It is honestly the best investment I've ever made in my career, and I'm making more money than I ever thought possible. I'm making more money than the vast majority of massage therapists out there, and I am helping people. And I love what I do, and I love the people that I work with. And I've honestly never been happier. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be struggle. And the best thing about coaching is a really good coach can help you see your blind spots. And so this question that was asked about, what are the costs of running a business that maybe aren't so obvious? You don't know what you don't know. You don't know your blind spots. And when you get in with a really solid coach like Rebecca and her team, they get down to the bare bones and they help you find your blind spots, and you will move mountains once you get the blueprint for how to do this. So book your free discovery call, rockymassagepractice.com/application, and have a great day.